Let's get into main topic number 1, shall we? And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Abdirahman Salah. And Abdirahman Salah writes, "Hey, John and Rob." Well, hello there. Watch the documentary. It was great. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. One movie I was anticipating was the reboot of Mortal Kombat. Because of the pandemic, there wasn't any trailer or marketing for the movie. Warner Brothers has just officially put out a release date on the Mortal Kombat reboot, which will be released simultaneously in theaters and HBO Max on April 16th, 2021. What are your thoughts? Thanks. All right, man. Thanks a lot for sending that in. And yes, there is finally now word. We have an official release date for Mortal Kombat. It is coming out on April 16th, which is really not that far away, kind of heralding that. This comes to us from Variety. Mortal Kombat, a live-action adaptation of the popular video game, was originally set for January 15th, 2021, and will now open on April 16th, 2021. Reminiscence, that's a Hugh Jackman film, which was initially slated for mid-April, was removed from the studio's calendar. That's probably a topic for another time. The animated Tom and Jerry, who cares, remake was moved up a week and will debut on February 26, 2021. That's my birthday, by the way, instead of March 5th. All 3 films, along with the rest of Warner Brothers' 2021 slate, will premiere on HBO Max on the same day as their theatrical premieres. All right, so we are now in a spot where we've got a release date. We know when Mortal Kombat is coming out. It is now April 15th. Now, it is interesting that's April because we're in December. So January, February, March, April, we're 4 months away. So I think what we can probably look forward to here is probably seeing our first bits of promotion and marketing, a teaser, probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, I've got to imagine within the next couple of weeks, we're going to get our first trailer for Mortal Kombat. They finished shooting the thing a while ago, although they did have to go back and do some reshooting on that. Rob, I know the first Mortal Kombat movie is a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's awful. It's so awful. And I love it so much. I love it absolutely so much. You got the Highlanders, Christopher Lambert in there as Lord Raiden, one of the most questionable casting decisions of all time. But whatever, it is a truly awful movie that I truly, truly love. And we've been waiting for something like really great with Mortal Kombat to come out again. They say they're going to go hard R, they're going to have fatalities in this one, all that kind of stuff. Now, of course, Rob, the one thing, I've been a little bit apprehensive about this. You got Lynn is producing it, and that's great. But it is being directed by a first-time director, and it's written by a first-time writer. So that makes me a little apprehensive, a little bit nervous, but still, it is exciting to hear it's got a release date. We'll probably see some marketing soon. Rob, what do you think about the date they selected for it, and where's your overall anticipation for this film right now?
Well, to be honest, John, I feel the same way about this franchise as I feel about, a Goonies remake, and that's not much at all. And I have to say that, look, I love that people love Mortal Kombat. And the first movie, like you said, if it's a pleasure at all, it's very, very guilty. But I've got plenty of guilty pleasures, so I know what that's like. It intrigues me that they've gone with a first-time director and a first-time writer, because that means somewhere along the line, that creative team impressed enough that, there's going to be visual effects involved. This is not like Sex, Lies, and Videotape that takes place in a few rooms and is Soderbergh's breakout movie. This is a movie that's anticipated. This is a movie that's big. This is a movie that has lots of fighting in it. It lives and dies by the fighting. So it intrigues me that they've allowed these guys a shot, which I think is pretty cool. So for that reason alone, I'm actually anticipating seeing it. And I wish them the best. I hope they knock it out of the park, because that's good for all filmmakers. So I have to say I'm kind of intrigued by it. And I want to see it, John. I want to see it when they're releasing it. During this pandemic, do release dates even matter anymore?
Well, they kind of do. And it's one of those things where it's like Mortal Kombat, especially one by first-time director, like even though we got Jeremy Lin, it's James Wan is the producer of it. Sorry. Anyway, even though you got James Wan, there's some apprehension there. In the midst of the pandemic, Rob, we've always said that there are certain movies that feel like those feel like natural fits that you could put directly to streaming if you wanted to. And Mortal Kombat feels like one of them. April is still too early. I think like, hey, we've got light at the end of the tunnel of the pandemic. We got vaccines out there now, but we're not going to have the real significant effect of the vaccines by April. So I think this is probably an okay move. And yeah, listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it's a first-time director writer. Do I think this is going to be an Academy Award-winning film? No, but I think it could be a lot of fun. And for that reason, I'm still stoked for it. Question is, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the release date? Finally, that we have a date. When do you think we're going to get our first trailer? We're going to learn a lot more about this movie once we do. Jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.